I'd like to share with you 3 core exercises, actually for the core, which I consider to be the fundamentals of core training. This is like the foundations that you need to progress to more advanced exercises. We got the what I call leg lowering, side planks, and planks. This is all based around here. That's what we want to strengthen. There's other exercises for the lower back, which is all part of the core, but for this video, I'm just going to share the abs exercises. So the first one is the leg lowering, and some people suggest that this is a lower abdominal exercise, and some other people say there's no such thing as lower abdominals. It's one muscle, it's abdominals, and that's it. I believe it is a lower abdominal exercise. You can recruit certain portions of muscle based on the angle of the exercise and how it's performed. You can recruit different fibers depending on how you work it of any muscle. The strength coach from New Zealand, Brett Contreras, recently released a report showing there is scientific evidence to prove that. So this is lower abdominals, leg lowering. I will give you 3 variations of it, starting with nice and easy and then into harder variations. Now you want to line your back like so, and we're going to start with bent knees, working only one leg at a time. Now we're going to draw the belly button in just slightly, just activates the internal obliques, transverse abdominis, activates that just a little bit. That's the spine stabilizer. We want that to work. Now everything else is going to work as well, but we want to make sure that's going to work. Now lay back, draw in, and then keeping your back almost flat against the floor, not completely flat but just neutral. You can place a hand under here and just feel that you're pressing against it. So we draw in, and then I just want you to lift this leg and then put it back down. Lift this leg, put it back. Now in this variation you really don't need all of your muscles working. You can stabilize this on transverse abdominis alone, and it's a good place to start if you have a weak core, maybe some back issues. Postnatal, it's great for all that. Now with the hand under here, you're pressing and you're able to feel a constant pressure. So if you press like this, but as you lower your leg, you feel the weight of your back lift off your hand, you're not stabilizing correctly, and you need to just adjust, tilt that pelvis back, and then continue. Now if you can't get past here, you need to just work within this range of motion until you get stronger, and you can move all the way down. And this applies for all these 3 progressions. Now from there you can go both legs up in the air and then alternate like so. And from there, well actually there's 4 progressions. From there you can move them both at the same time and working up to straight legs. Keeping that flat. Like so. So there's the 4 leg lowering variations. The side plank targets more the sides, as the name implies. It's great for balancing left to right discrepancies that someone might have, and I go with Bill Hartman on this, and he thinks that, or he believes through his research that you should be able to hold 1.5 minutes each side before you go and lift weights that are greater than 20% of your body weight. So I just like people to be able to do 1.5 minutes regardless of how much weight they're going to be lifting. It shows that they've got a decent amount of core strength. So three variations of the side plank. The first one is on the knees. This is easy for most people, or at least attainable straight away for most people. You don't really have to worry about activating anything, just hold everything nice and straight, forearm vertical, and you'll notice I'm sitting back, like my hips are back. This is a tip from Stuart McGill, just to protect the lower back if you have a disc issue or some sort of spine pathology. So you start back like that and you lift forward like that, and you want to be holding a nice straight line, and then you sit back. Now McGill recommends 8 seconds and then relax to begin with if you're weak and have, again, maybe some spine condition. Now once you can do several sets of 8-second holds, you can start looking at doing longer holds. And then we go with Bill Hartman and get to 1.5 minutes. Once you can do 1.5 minutes like this, or maybe even just a minute, you can start working on doing the next version, which is on the feet. So to do that, we're going to lie nice and straight, and I put the top foot in front of the bottom, like so. And the reason for this is a future progression requires that. And then lift and hold. Nice and straight, no sagging at the hips, no rotation, nothing other than nice and straight. Now if this shoulder feels a little bit unstable, you can hold it like so. So you work up to 1.5 minutes each side on that. Now you may find that you're weaker on one side than the other. You want to train the weaker side more until it catches up to the strong side. 1.5 minutes both sides. Now the third variation is the rotating side plank. Now this is going from side plank to front plank, which is our next exercise. Feet position like so, hips up. Now you're going to rotate on your feet to a front plank, elbows on the ground, like so. So we rotate down. You can rest or not rest here, like so. Now as I rotate, my hip, my pelvis and my rib cage stay in line with each other. They don't separate, so they move in one piece. If I did it poorly, I might move upper body first and then bring the hips, and then like that, or I guess you could do it the other way. So the point is, stay pelvis locked to rib cage. So that's the rotating side plank, and you would do maybe 10 reps of those. Now, the third exercise, or the third group of exercises, is the front plank. This is just anterior core. More, I would say upper abdominals than lower abdominals. We have the leg lowering for lower, we have this for upper. It's also a great shoulder stabilizer, as is the side plank. Now, two versions, I'll give you three versions. Version 1, nice and easy, knees. So, just like doing a push-up on your knees. You would hold that. If you can do that for 2 minutes. Bill Hartman talks about this as well. He says you should be able to do 2 minutes of holding a plank, a full front plank, before handling heavier weights. So 2 minutes of that. Once you can do that, regular plank. Now we want to have nice straight back, not planking up like this, no dropping your head like that, just nice and straight like that. And from there you can start playing around with single leg, single arm, single arm, single leg. As you do the single arm and single leg, you'll start activating some of your erector spinae muscles, so it'll help with total core conditioning. So that's it. They're the 3 main core exercises.